Hello everyone, welcome to a weekly edition of Wrestling News with the Dude. So, as the dude who will be delivering the news this week, I will be talking about it. So, first off, Fail in the Jail will be the next GTS pay-per-view for October. And if you have watched a couple of recent episodes of GTS Wrestling, Draken is back, or Scalper is back. Whatever, it's Draken, and he is siding with Grim and Legendary. And for those of you who are wondering, Onslaught and Draken are not the same person. As you can see, a photo of these two from last year, and they do look alike, but I don't think they're related to each other. I don't think we will see these two facing off each other in the ring, due to the fact that Draken isn't going to wrestle in the ring because of his age. You can check out the full interview from Onslaught on Grim Experience channel, and you will hear Onslaught mentioning about Draken. Also, does any of you remember when Draken won the YouTube title last year? You know, when he defeated Doo-Hop and he only held it for like less than 5 minutes? And then Doo-Hop cashed in his golden egg from the Easter egg hunt and immediately cashes in and wins back the YouTube title. Yeah, I think I remember that. I can't be the only one who remembers that, right? Grim made a poll on whether he should turn face or heel on Twitter, and you all want to know what's my answer. I gotta be honest, I would rather have him stay heel because I think it would be more interesting to see the hero of heroes as the antagonist of GTS. I would actually want to hear some villain stories written by the hero of heroes himself. And it would be so forgettable if Grim's heel turn is short-lived. Examples like Kevin Owens' short-lived heel turn when he was feuding with Kofi Kingston. And especially one of Big Show's face turn that was short-lived for like less than a month, and you would know for sure that one of them was the worst face turn in pro wrestling. And everyone knows that the Big Show is the king of turns, cause you know how many times has the Big Show turned his back on the good guys and the bad guys. Anyways, I don't think we will get to see Grim's face turn at the end of the year. However, if it's actually going to happen, maybe I would say Grimomania would be a good time to see a good guy Grim. Let's talk about the first episode of NXT that happened on the USA Network, and it was only the first hour, and the second hour happened on the WWE Network. In the beginning, Triple H appears on the screen, and he said, "There are moments in life where everything can change in the blink of an eye. Tonight, don't blink." Mauro Ranallo welcomes us to the show as a loud NXT chant takes over. So the first match of the night was the Fatal 4-Way match. The winner will receive an NXT Women's title match against Shayna Baszler in 2 weeks. And Candice LeRae won the #1 contender for the NXT Women's title, and she will face Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's title on October 2nd, which is the same day as AEW Dynamite goes on TNT for the first time. The second match of the night was Sean Maluda versus Cameron Grimes, and that's it. Cameron won after he hits with a leaping double foot stomp. Wow. Just wow. I think I remember him when he was in TNA, or actually Impact Wrestling, when he was formerly known as Trevor Lee. I think I remember one time when he won the World Tag Team title with Brian Myers, aka Kurt Hawkins. He also had a great match between Roderick Strong and Velveteen Dream for the NXT North American Championship, and I gotta say, great match. And all of a sudden we had the Undisputed Era interfering during the match, and then Roderick Strong managed to win the NXT North American Championship. And now you got all the members of the Undisputed Era as champions. You got the NXT Tag Team Champions Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, the NXT North American Champion Roderick Strong, and the current NXT Champion Adam Cole. baby. So the first hour of NXT concluded on the USA Network, and it starts going on the air on the WWE Network for the second hour of NXT. And the Undisputed Era are still celebrating as Roderick Strong won the NXT North American Championship. So what happened on the second hour of NXT, you had Pete Dunne taking on Arturo Ruzas, who's a karate from Brazil. And for this whole entire match, Arturo was dominating until Pete Dunne makes a comeback. Pete took him down and does the joint manipulation for a submission and won. And then we got a next match between Xia Li and Aliyah, I guess. And then this was a short match as Xia Li picks up with a win after she hits with a tornado kick. And we got Kushida in action next, but all of a sudden, Imperium from NXT UK invades NXT show and attack Denzel de Journalnet. The WWE United Kingdom champion Walter came out and cut one of the best promo of the night, and out goes to Kushida and came out that this is his time. He gets on the apron, Kushida quickly take out one of the three members, and Walter quickly grabs Kushida, and then Kushida fights back and gets him out and drop kicks him. And we will see Walter versus Kushida in the near future. We had a number one contenders match for the Cruiserweight Championship as Oni Lorcan took on the returning of Lio Rush. And Lio Rush gets a loud welcome back chant from the fans, and what a great match. And I gotta say, this would be a match of the night in my opinion. Lio Rush became the number one contender for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. So we had a main event match between Matt Riddle and Killian Dane in a street fight, and I'm kind of disappointed that there was no winner of this match. So what happened was that they had to fight backstage area, and then Matt punches him outside of the Full Sail arena, and then Killian throws Matt into a truck, and then Imperium was actually sitting at a table, and then Matt sends Killian into their table, and then Imperium starts attacking Matt, and out comes the Street Profits, runs into them and makes the save, along with the NXT guys from the locker room, gets involved in a chaos brawl, and yeah, the episode ends with a chaos brawl, and there was no winner of this match. So we will get to see Matt Riddle and Killian Dane fighting off for the number one contender for the NXT Championship next week. I gotta say, what an awesome episode of NXT. Shockingly, the show only drew 1.179 million viewers, while this week's episode of Raw drew 2.27 million viewers, and this week's episode of SmackDown drew 2.06 million viewers. Don't worry, NXT has already made it to the first episode, and they will gain more viewers when it comes to a second episode or the day that Wednesday Night War begins. Next week, we will have the first ever episode of NXT on the USA Network, followed by the second hour of NXT on the WWE Network. And the following week, we will get to see a 2-hour episode of NXT on the USA Network at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, while AEW goes on the air live on TNT at the same time. Now, speaking of AEW, Kenny Omega made a comment about NXT, and he said they are all developmental stars while AEW have real stars. He's not wrong, you know. And also, during the radio podcast from TalkSport, Nick Jackson, one half of the Young Bucks, made a comment that he believed NXT fans will get tired of having a show taking place at the same building, which is the Full Sail Arena, every Wednesday night. It's like when TNA burned out their Impact Zone's fan base, like the one from the Universal Studios Arena at Orlando, Florida. I mean, I gotta be honest, I think NXT should find some other venue arena beside the same old location from Orlando. I mean, it doesn't have to be every week, but generally I would say find a different venue rather than staying in their home base location, like New Japan's home base location in Korakuen Hall and ECW Arena in Philly. You get that point. Anyways, that's all I have for today, folks. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more content, and join the notification squad by tapping that little bell so you don't want to miss the latest upload on this channel. As always, goodbye, peace, and good day.